Al, you ready?
Frosty, I'm ready.
It's showtime.
It really is. Showdown live. Lake Orion.
Beginning of the year.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, guys, hold on. Hal.
Hey, Commissioner.
Hey, it's great to see you.
Good to see you,
Good to see you,
sir.
Hal. Good to see you, Frostbite. I'm glad you guys are here. I got a little bit of bad news, unfortunately, though. It's the beginning of a new year. It's a new era for us, so we got to start it off new. So we're going to have some new commentators today. I'm sorry. You guys do a fantastic job, but I'm going to have tonight our brand new commentators, Tommy and Jesse. So you guys stick around and enjoy the show. I'm very sorry, but we're going to try and shake it up a little bit. No hard feelings.
Yeah, no hard feelings. Well, I know a good shop down the place, got good shakes.
Oh, well, all right, then, I guess. My goodness. I've never been fired.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to MWO Showdown Live here in Lake Orion on ONTV. Thank you for joining us. We are your new commentators. I am Tommy Danger Z.
And I'm JC Christian. We've got ourselves a good one today, folks. The TV title is on the line, Cody Leedy versus Pure Fury Jeff Clouse, along with a whole score of other insane matches that you can only see here in Lake Orion.
And I'll tell you one thing, this is going to be one way to kick off the year, our first show right after Christmas Clash. We're going to start it off right for you, but for right now, we're going to take it over to Mad Dog Butch at the Doghouse.
Welcome to the Doghouse. I'm Mad Dog Butch. Now, the MWO Nation may have noticed a lot of new faces popping up recently, and I got one of those guys on as my guest this week, JJ Hughes. Welcome to the Doghouse. Now, normally I don't let the people in on a lot of my personal business, but I do have to say that me and your family go a long ways back, something that a lot of people don't realize. Now, I got to question some of your decisions that you've made right off the bat. Like, why in the world would you decide to go after somebody who as great as Thee Cody Leedy, the longest reigning television champion of all time, right off the bat? Now,
well, the thing is, Mad Dog, when an opportunity comes about, I've always been raised to jump on that as fast as you can and capitalize when you can.
Now, your uncle had a sip of coffee here in the MWO himself, and him and I go a long way back. We spilled more blood against each other than anybody. And even though I did not like your uncle, and he definitely did not like me, I came to respect him after a few years. Now, are you just choosing to ignore his advice, or is he just remaining silent?
I just really haven't felt his demeanor behind it. It's the fans. I'm here for the fans. I do what I do for these fans.
Now, speaking of the fans, as you call them, Mad Dog's a very handsome guy, and you're, but one thing I learned real quick was when I would come in the ring, these people would want to touch you, and you're letting them do that. Now, when are you going to wise up and not pander to these pigs out here?
Pander to the pigs out there. Those people make me who I am. I'm going to do everything I can to make them happy and go home happy.
All right, whatever you say. I'm not going to hold it against you because you are pretty new. But now, as far as in the ring goes, I've seen you win a couple matches with that headbreaker thing, whatever you call it. What do you call that?
The head rush.
The head rush. Now, I think maybe it would behoove you if you let the Mad Dog teach you some of his secrets, like maybe some stuff that was successful for him, like the iron paw hold, or possibly the shot collar slam. What do you think about that?
I'm gonna have to pass on that.
Now, okay, today, who are you gonna be wrestling tonight?
Actually, I don't have an opponent tonight, but I'm here and I'm ready.
Now, how come? Oh, wait a minute.
Sorry to
Here's
jump in here.
Apocalypse.
I heard you're ready, JJ Hughes.
I am.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Well, you don't have an opponent, and your Great Lakes champion doesn't have an opponent. So, it's gonna be me and you tonight, boy. We're gonna see what you got. I got nothing but respect for you. I've watched you from your beginning match to your last match right now. This ain't gonna be your last match, but I'm gonna put you through the grinder. Don't pick up any moves from Mad Dog either, because digging up yards and hiding your bone ain't gonna help you here. Got you? Boom!
All right. Well, I guess you got your match. Good luck.
I guess I do. I'll see you out there.
All right. JJ Hughes versus Apocalypse. Tonight, we'll see you next time on the Doghouse.
He almost had JJ Hughes thrown on top of him.
It looks like the crowd think it might turn into a triple threat match, including the ref right now.
JJ Hughes going for another one.
Oh, and just
second bulldog backfired. On a man like
Backfired
Apocalypse,
wildly.
you can't go to the well too many times. He knows too many things.
oh, and what a clothesline! He decapitated
JJ Hughes inside out.
Wow. I mean, I know APOC is a vicious man.
This is
quite powerful. 1, 2, and a kick out in 2. JJ Hughes survived that.
What is he made out of?
Just barely.
Did he pay the referee something to only count to 2?
1, 2, and another kick out. JJ Hughes is still in. What did I tell you? Heart of this
I
match.
have to think that Apocalypse is maybe just moving his shoulder up or
And the
something.
crowd showing their appreciation, showing that he's got heart for this.
Stay down, JJ. Oh.
But APOC
Vicious
staying on the
right.
assault.
These two might respect each other, but it doesn't certainly show that in the ring.
To the top.
Up to the top he goes.
Get him down.
This isn't a good place for JJ Hughes if he wants to have any chance in this match anymore.
And look at this, the big man is coming up after him.
Big clobbering.
Clubbing forearms to the back. And let me tell you something, those take a lot out of you.
Oh man, JJ Hughes starting to fight back, giving some elbows.
Wait a
APOC
second,
down on
APOC
the
is
mat.
down.
And Hughes still up on the top rope.
This is the time. This is the time you've got to take advantage of ever.
Make a name for yourself, JJ Hughes. Come on. And it knees to the stomach.
Let me tell you what.
And
it's
in
a
for
good
the
thing.
cover. 1, 2. And a
two
kick out
count.
in 2. It looked like APOC might have been had right there.
It looked like APOC was about to throw up his breakfast. Those knees to the stomach were so vicious.
Wow.
Man, you guys gotta commit.
That's not a breakfast I wanted to see again. I'll tell you something.
Look at this, JJ Hughes measuring him. You have to wonder
Looks like
what
he's
for.
setting up. What is he setting up for?
And wait a minute.
APOC sets him
All
up.
the way up.
Power boom! Oh my God!
That's it. 1, 2, 3.
And this match is over. There's no way JJ Hughes could survive that. that is one of athletes you trust. Athletes you trust.
Well, he walked out of here. I don't think I can say the same for JJ.
Might still be able to walk out of here.
Yeah, okay.
JJ, you better get up. He's gonna drive us home later.
I will say this, Tommy. You won me over in that he has some heart, all
He
right?
has a lot of heart.
It's a
Look
shame.
at him.
It's
He's
a shame.
walking out right now.
It's a
He is
shame
walking
that
out.
heart doesn't win matches.
No,
if it
if
did,
it-
JJ Hughes would be the MWO championship. Unfortunately, you also had to be able to wrestle. So
But, however, JJ Hughes can wrestle. And you know what? He proved that in the ring against the Great Lakes champion, Apocalypse.
speaking of people who can wrestle, up next we've got a good one.
What do we got next for?
Gentleman John Campbell.
Are you telling me the half of the MWO Tag Team Champions is going to be in that ring right now?
Absolutely, and you know who he's going against?
Who?
X-Con.
X-Con.
Let me
Didn't they
tell you
just
what,
have a match?
They just went against each other for the Tag Team Championships. That was at Christmas Clash, and let me tell you something. They tore the house down, all right? I'm not one to generally appreciate people like the gentleman John Campbell,
What do
the
you mean?
lover of the people. It's a little bit nonsense to me.
What do
But
you
let
mean
me tell you what,
nonsense?
these two put on a clinic last time, and I absolutely expect the same thing.
I wouldn't expect anything less from men such as talented such as the gentleman John Campbell. I mean, he's a tag team champion.
Hey, and X-Con, all right? This
All
guy
right,
knows
I
what
mean,
he's doing.
I mean,
Prediction, X-Con walks out with the win.
you think so?
Absolutely.
I doubt it. But let's
go
take
to
it
the
down.
ring.
Let's go to the ring with Oscar Hosky.
I know it too.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you've been following us at all on Twitter at MWO Wrestling, you've been seeing that I've been telling everybody I'm going to be making some decisions. Tonight, right now, is one of them. This match will determine the #1 contender to face Christian Clayton at the Bunkhouse Brawl. Coming out to the ring first, weighing in at 240 pounds and 10 pounds lesser than X-Con, hailing from St. Clair, he is the gentleman, John Campbell.
You know, mentioning your weight relative to your opponent doesn't really help. Okay, Havoc didn't say he's 130 pounds heavier than JJ Hughes.
No, he didn't say it, but you made sure.
Well, I mean, a size difference like that, it really matters. 10 pounds, let's who cares?
10 pounds can definitely make that difference. When you get on a scale, does 10 pounds mean a lot to you?
Absolutely.
If you say, I lost 10 pounds, aren't you going to feel a little bit proud of yourself?
I don't think I have the advantage over somebody who... You know what? This is our announce booth, and you're a wrestler. You're not an announcer, so I'd like you to get in the ring, please.
You don't need to tell him what to do. He's the champion.
He's only half of a champion. Where would he be without him?
He might just be the single tag team champion. That's ridiculous. That's not ridiculous. I'm sure the gentleman is going to take on you.
You know, I would love to see him in this announce booth because he does more talking than he does wrestling.
Keep talking.
Look at him out here, pandering his fans.
He's excited for the crowd. He's a fan favorite. That is what fan
Well, I
favorites
will
do.
say that he is a fan favorite for
I'll tell
I
you
don't know
one
what
thing. If
reason.
people liked X-Con as much as they like the gentleman, maybe he might be doing the same thing.
They don't. And hailing from St. Clair,
Obviously.
Michigan, weighing in at 250 pounds, being accompanied by Mr. Positive from Positive Promotions, this is Ex-Convict.
And there we go. There's a man who knows how to manage his talents. Look at this entourage coming with him. Jack Price, and of course, ex-convict. You know what's strange? You're talking about how everybody likes Gentleman. Oh, Gentleman John Campbell. Everybody loves him. Where's Gentleman John Campbell's friends? No one else is out here for him.
That's because he doesn't need other people out the ring to win matches.
He has
can
a
win
tag-
them on his own talent.
He has a tag team partner, and even his tag team partner's not on here. What does that say?
He's showing support in the back because Jeff Clouse has another match to get ready for tonight, and you know what? He's preparing. And John's not going to take away from that because he's not a selfish guy.
It's not about being selfish, Tommy. It's about having friends.
And I'll tell you one thing: he's got more friends than I guarantee X-Con has.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, you just talked about that. Pure Fury Jeff Clouse has a match later. That is for the MWO TV title, and that's of course against Cody Leedy.
The Cody Leedy.
The Cody Leedy. And that should be just a main event for the ages, absolutely. And here we go. This match is underway. And yeah, once again, look at this. X-Con ready to wrestle. Gentleman John Campbell over here doing, I don't know, whatever it is he does with the audience.
And what is X-Con doing now? Huh? It looks like he's doing the same exact thing.
You know what?
Criticize him for it?
It's an eye for an eye, tit for tat, Tommy Danger Z.
Maybe
and,
if he's supposed to be better than the gentleman, maybe he shouldn't be mimicking him. Mimicking is the best form of flattery.
Yeah.
From what I heard. I've heard that going around once or twice.
Look at that, and then he just mimicked him. What does that say?
Well,
John Campbell mimicking X-Con there.
You break their bones, but they're much better looking than you, pal. Hey! I don't think that's how it goes.
The gentleman, full of jokes today. He's in good spirits.
You know, I don't think that's how the saying goes. I think he needs to go back to school and learn a few things. Look at that X-Con.
Take control of the gentleman.
Working on that arm, and look at how vicious he is with that. That is certainly the way to go about beating a seasoned veteran like John Campbell.
But John Campbell reversing straight back into the same thing, giving a little bit of his own medicine right there.
They're really putting some torque on those arms tonight.
This match means a lot, though.
And, you know, there's no love lost between these two. Come on, combat. These two have, of course, been in matches before. No love lost between them.
1, 2,
But because of that, they also know their style. So let's see how well they can reverse each other through all the matches they've already had.
Absolutely. Already, X-Con is taking advantage of the fact that John Campbell was holding him up on the ropes for way too long.
What do you mean way too long? He's got a 5 count for a reason.
Okay, into the corner, trying to set up
and the gentleman reversing it into a nice clothesline, and that just buried him into the mat. And a nice shoulder.
Sends a nice elbow to him.
Followed up.
And X-Con finding himself in more corners than he cares to be in. A nice splash. He's going to follow that up with a bulldog, perhaps. And sure enough, a running bulldog. And into the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2.
There we go. Good job.
The X-Con's going to stay in this one so far. But if he's going to get any momentum back, he's got to reverse this.
fans aren't nearly loud enough.
Once the gentleman starts going like this, there's no stopping him.
You bet not count. 1, 2, 3, stop! Shut up! You morons can't count that hard.
Oh, and an elbow right to the head.
Look at that. That's very vicious of John Campbell. I don't know that I necessarily appreciate that.
He's got to do what he has to do to win the match right now. This is a match to the #1 contender.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, what a nice elbow.
What a vicious elbow there. You're right.
And the gentleman in for the cover. And 1, 2.
A kick out. Oh, look at that. He grabs the ropes. What I like about that elbow that he just dropped is it's shades of him getting in the ring. Very clever of John Campbell. He's almost playing a joke on himself.
Playing a joke on himself?
Yeah, because he gets in the ring like such an idiot.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, okay.
He's a very unique way of getting into the ring,
Yeah,
and
like,
he's been able to apply it into the middle of a match and utilize it to help.
Ridiculous.
You know what's going to be ridiculous is when you're eating your own words about how the gentleman is now the #1 contender.
Look at him, taking it into the audience. This is classic John Campbell, trying to get everybody else involved. You want to talk about the fact that, oh, X-Con has people out here to help him. Look at what he's doing. Look what John Campbell's doing. Chops from the audience. It's ridiculous.
Stand on my way, too. Stand on my way.
Look at this. John Campbell has words for Jack Price and Mr. Positive.
He's definitely got his problems with Positive Promotions.
Whoa!
Springboard elbow from X-Con sends John Campbell onto the floor. Oh, look at this. What is going on? Come on.
I think that X-Con's hurt his arm when he did that springboard elbow.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, see? Look at that.
What about Jack Price over here and Mr. Positive beating up on the gentleman on the ground? This is ridiculous.
What? Oh, no, they just tossed him back into the ring. There's nothing wrong with
They
that.
shouldn't even be touching him. First of all, so just throwing him into the ring. Don't act
You
like
know
that's
what? They
nothing.
want to make sure that he doesn't get counted out. Who wants to get counted out in a match with this big of consequences, okay?
This is ridiculous.
It's all good now.
I can't believe how blind you've been all of this tonight.
I'm not blind to this. X-Con putting it to John Campbell, putting the boots to him in the corner there. I don't hear the audience counting that out.
Oh, whips him into the outside corner.
And John Campbell goes down. Here's a cover. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2.
Gentleman stays in this.
And Oscar Hosky, he dropped a big one on us tonight. This is a very important match.
This is quite an important match. I have to say, X-Con thinking it was going to be a quick one, saying he's got stuff to do later. I mean, he may be talented. Even you have to agree. There's no way he was going to be able to finish this match as quick as he was.
Absolutely, unless he found some way to roll up John Campbell and steal a win. He had to know he was going to be in for a serious match here.
Especially with the implications now.
And you have to wonder, is Christian Clayton in the back watching right now?
He's got to be, knowing that this match is going to determine who's going to face at the Bunkhouse Brawl on Sunday, February 22nd at City Market. Either one of these competitors, no matter which one of them ends up winning, it's going to be quite the match.
Absolutely. And that's got to be nerve-wracking as a champion. You have no idea who it is you're going to face until the end of this match. How do you prepare for something like that with such a short time in between?
Nice side Russian leg sweep. And in for the cover is X-Con in 1, 2. And a kick out at 2, but just barely.
John Campbell is right on the cusp of losing this opportunity. But wouldn't it be poetic justice, of course, if John Campbell did manage to win tonight, goes on to win the title, and then him and Jeff Clouse respectively hold a singles title and the tag titles together? Talk about an accolade.
Yeah, no joke about that. They'd be not necessarily single-handedly, but more or less single-handedly, that tag team would be dominating the MWO.
Double-handedly?
Double-handedly. Quadruple-handedly, because they both have
two hands, and they're going to use those hands to hold 4 titles.
They're going to need, they're definitely going to need both hands. And off the ropes.
Look at that, ducking.
In for a hip toss. X-Con.
And look at all that momentum stopping John Campbell. Lucky him. Trying again. Oh, a double clothesline.
And both men are down on the mat.
You had to wonder who is going to get up first. X-Con looked like he hit a little harder.
Ref at a count of 3. One of these men have got to get up. If this ends in a double count out.
Absolutely. Then who's going to... What are you going to do? Something like a triple threat? Are they going to have to redo it?
Right.
Or is Christian Clayton going to get lucky and not have to defend?
Count at 9. And
oh my goodness.
Barely both men make it to their feet.
And who does this favor at this point, Tommy? You have to wonder.
At the moment, it looks like X-Con.
X-Con manages to drop the face of John Campbell right into the match.
Looks like he's spending a bit of extra time. That's a bit unnecessary. I mean, he has John Campbell reeling. He should be taking advantage.
Look at him. He's going up to the top. A big man like X-Con, as agile as he is. Look at this.
But he's also spending a lot of time. Oh, and it shows right there by missing that senton.
John Campbell may have baited him in a little bit there.
It's very possible.
That backfired.
And in for the death of chivalry.
It is, the death of chivalry.
And John Campbell in for the pin right away. That has got to be it. 2.
And wait a minute.
What is Jack Price doing trying to get in the ring?
I think he thought that the match was over. He was probably going in to help his friend up.
What do you mean thought the match was over? The bell is not rung.
Yeah, but John Campbell just hit the death of chivalry. I'm assuming he thought that the match was over. Oh, now it comes to light. Look at.
What's going on right now?
Looks like Jack Price's boot. Jack Price's boot. He has some serious trouble with it.
What does it matter what's wrong with this boot? Oh, and X-Con ends up hitting Mr. Positive. X-Con fighting back. What's up? And John Campbell gets hit by the title.
Oh my goodness.
Mr. Positive used the title.
1, 2, 3.
And X-Con gets the win, but that was absolutely.
I knew it. I knew he was the better wrestler. I called that he was going to win. And look at that, Tommy. Look at that. Wow, what a great match. What a great finish. Wow, what a great match. And I'm so happy that I already knew that X-Con was going to be the better one. Absolutely deserved. Right, there's a Sunday that's of course at the City Market in Flint. You need to be there for this, guys. And let me tell you what, X-Con, if he does what he just did, gentleman John Campbell, if he does that to Christian Clayton, if he beats him, which he did, Mr. surprised it didn't beat John Campbell. X-Con, middle of the ring. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, and John Campbell.
Oh, all of a
showing
sudden,
his disdain.
all of a sudden, weapons are probably okay with you, huh?
That match is over, and you know what? I'm sure he's furious. I'm sure he is a furious gentleman right now.
You think you're mighty clever, don't you? You're right, though. The match is over, and all X-Con want to do is leave, you know, respectably.
Sharing, caring.
And,
Sharing, caring. Thank you, Lake Orion. Sharing,
John Campbell, still the gentleman, and, you know, see where being good got you.
So he may not be the #1 contender for the MWO championship, but he's still half of the tag team championships here at MWO.
Absolutely.
What a performance by both the gentlemen and X-Con.
Absolutely. And you want to talk about performances, good performances. Let's talk about Basher and what happened at Christmas Clash last time.
Oh my God, that match between him and Reaver.
That match went all over the place, and
All
it
over
was
the place.
chaos. They finished the match, and then it got restarted, and then Basher walked out. It was absolute chaos. But you know one thing that I can say for sure is it wasn't resolved. Whatever issues happened
Not at
between
all.
those two, they are still continuing on today. And Basher has something to say about that in the ring.
Yep, and we're going to find out what he has to say right now, so we're going to send it in ring to Hosky right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you've been paying attention to us either on MWOnline.net or been following us on Twitter at MWO Wrestling, you've been seeing that I've been dealing with a small problem that has grown way out of control here, known as the Hall of Famer Jason the Basher Clouse. Now, for a while now, his little antics seemed like they were cute, but they kept on getting worse and worse. And it culminated right there at Christmas Clash, where he knocked out not one, but 2 referees, and he then almost completely incapacitated beyond any shadow of a doubt where he would never be able to wrestle again, a wrestler, also a Hall of Famer, the real deal, Michael Reaver.
And he killed Frosty.
And he did kill Frosty, which I'm still sad. I am still very sad.
He killed Frosty. He killed
But-
Frosty.
These fans, they never forget.
But since then, after the new year, I have met with the board of officials.
Like Frosty.
There's been back and forth, the debates, and finally a decision has been made. And I'm here to announce the consequences that Jason the Basher Clouse has now have to face. So, I'm not going to be just like anybody else. I'm going to face him in the ring at this time. Please welcome out, hopefully he'll come out, Jason the Basher Clouse.
What is that supposed to mean? Hopefully he'll come out and talk to me. Basher is an upstanding guy. Of course he's going to come out here. What, is he scared of Hosky? It's ridiculous.
Well, I mean, Hosky's a commissioner. Definitely seems like he's going to give him some type of punishment for his actions at Christmas Clash.
Run, Hosky, run. Run, Hosky, run.
A man like...
Put that thing away. I'm not shaking your hand.
Look at that. Not even
I don't
going
know
for
where
it.
you've been.
Disrespectful.
You know, he's...
You got something you want to say to me, tough guy?
I do.
You want to be a hero. You're going to be a hero? You're going to be a hero to these people? These people don't count.
You're a hog.
The only thing that matters, Oscar Hosky, is that I'm going to the bunkhouse brawl. I'm going to win the bunkhouse brawl, and then I'm going to face whoever the champion is at WrestleRama. That's what's going to happen. So regardless of what your stupid little meeting with your stupid little board of officials says, the fact of the matter is I'm untouchable.
You think so?
Absolutely.
Well, you do know the board of officials, there's 7 members. There was a meeting first to terminate your employment here. There was a vote on that for 4-3 to keep you on the roster.
What a
So luckily
bombshell that
enough,
would've been.
I'm not out here to fire you. So you do have your job. As far as the bunkhouse brawl goes,
Man, can you
Maybe.
speed this up? I'm falling asleep here. I feel like I'm watching a Leo Donis match.
oh, is that real? Well, let me tell you this. What the consequences are, since you want to attack referees, incapacitate wrestlers, you are going to be in a bunkhouse brawl match. I am going
Absolutely.
to.
Absolutely.
I
Finally
think-
a
That's
good
right.
decision.
You're going to be entering the bunkhouse brawl match as number 1.
Whoa. Look at that. If anybody can go from #1 to winning the match, it's this man right here.
But being
That's
entered
fine.
#1 gives you the least.
I don't care if
amount of
there's
chance to
19
win.
other guys, if there's 29 other guys, it doesn't matter because each and every one of them are going over the top rope, and I will be on my way to the main event in Birch Run. Now, that gives me plenty of time to go get ready, to get training for the Bunkhouse Brawl match. Enjoy the rest of your evening, sir, and thanks a lot. It's good seeing you.
I hope you do have time to train from healing, because you're going to need that.
And why is that?
Because we have unsolved business still. You and I have known each other for many years, but as much as I can't put my hands on you anymore and you can't fight me anymore, that's done and done. There is somebody back there that still wants to put his hands on you.
Let me tell you something right now, Hosky. Before you go and do something stupid, you may want to reconsider what you're going to say. Because the fact of the matter is, sir, is I don't care if you wear a $5 suit from the Walmart. I don't care if you got your stupid
Ladies and
little
gentlemen, we got
glasses.
Michael Reaver coming in from behind.
And look at this.
Meet
You want to
your
talk about
opponent,
bad
the real
blood?
deal, Michael Reaver. Ring the bell.
Ah, here we go. We got
All right,
ourselves
this
a
is
match
now a
underway,
match. We
folks.
have a referee out here.
A referee's
Michael
out here, the
Reaver,
bell.
Definitely one of the most upset people I would ever have to see at the
I have to
Basher.
say, you know, I think that Jeff the Basher Clouse, great man, and he hasn't done anything wrong despite the allegations against him. But
He knocked out
would you let me
referees.
finish? Would you let me finish, Tommy?
He's trying to call for a timeout now, too. Okay.
Okay.
Is
well,
that a
the
timeout
match
so
got
you can talk, so you can praise
the
him a bit
match
more?
got started when he had his back turned. Yeah, that's so, you know, look at that. You want to talk about how great of a guy Michael Reaver is. The match got started while his back was turned. Yeah, stab him in the back. But what I was going to say is, if anybody does happen to have a problem with the Basher, it's this guy right here. He definitely does have some beef with him.
That
I will
is true.
I will admit that. I'll
I
concede.
will gladly admit to you on that.
And I mean, you can tell. Look
Not
at these
often
two.
I agree
This
with
isn't
you,
a
though.
wrestling match. This is just a beatdown. These
This is
two
just
want
a
each other
fight.
hurt.
Yeah,
And look at
there
that.
is-
They don't even care. They're on
There
the
is
outside.
nothing about talent here. There is nothing about wrestling. This
Yeah,
isn't
absolutely.
about
These
any
guys
of that.
aren't here to appreciate the fans. They're not out here to put on a show. They are here to hurt one another. And look at that. Michael Reaver rolling in the ring only long enough.
Oh, and right into the ring post.
Rolling in the
Reaver
ring
down on
only
the
long
ground.
enough to block the count, to stop the count, so it's restarted. And now look at him. Was it
Referee's
worth
at a count of 5.
Was it worth it,
Yes.
Michael Reaver?
It had to have been worth it in his head. He wants revenge, I'm sure, more than anything else in the world.
And now,
right
look at that. The Basher, Jason Clouse, nice guy that he is, throws him back into the ring so that we can have an actual match here. Look at that. Dropping that elbow right down across his chest.
Working on that. Left
Very
arm.
clever. It's the arm that went into the post there, and now he's working on it. That's a veteran move right there.
Yeah, just non-stop on it. That'll definitely
Absolutely.
take Reaver out of this easily.
It's going to wear down your stamina, as always, of course. And then look at that. What is he going to do
I have
with that
to say, I have to say, he may not. I may not always agree with what Badger does, but a ring veteran, as you stated,
Absolutely.
that is definitely.
It
for
is
sure.
unquestionable. You're absolutely right.
But even as talented as he is, I still don't think being entered as #1 into the bunkhouse brawl.
I have to say, yeah, you want to talk about gigantic decisions. We've had a bunch of them tonight. We know who our next #1 contender is, and of course that is X-Con. And we now know that the TV title is going to be defended tonight. We could have a new TV title champion holder. And now look
In
at this.
for a cover right now. 1, 2.
And now Jason Clouse entered in as #1 in the bunkhouse brawl. And let me tell you something. It's not easy to go through that many superstars and win, but it's certainly not impossible.
It's not even just about going through the superstars. It's about, lasting the amount of time.
Absolutely, you're
It's
right.
the stamina, having all of the energy.
You might be the best wrestler in the world, but it doesn't really matter when you have to be in there for, who knows, an hour, maybe?
And the crowd chanting, "You tapped out," to the Basher, of course referring to last month when he tapped out to Michael Reaver.
You know, you want to talk about this kind of stuff like, oh, last month when he you know, people tap out. People do eventually lose. You have to lose at some point.
Right. I'm not saying that it doesn't happen, but I'm saying that the Basher claims that it never happened when it is documented. It is in the
You know why? If I were
books.
him, I would argue too. You want to know why? Because these audience members are making such a big deal out of it. Look how great he is. The one time that he may have tapped out, and it's controversial if he did or not. You know, maybe it happened, maybe it didn't. The one time, it was such a rare occurrence, they have to remember it months later.
Absolutely. You got to know when you were brought down. You got to make sure you know all your faults as well as all the best parts.
These chants are ridiculous. Listen to these people. What does that even mean?
I think it means that he looks like Dr. Phil.
Well, he's in
I
shape,
think
so that's a start.
Dr. Phil is not in shape.
I'm talking about the Basher. He's in shape.
My mistake.
He's the
you were
wrestler.
getting off topic there. And Reaver starting to finally fight back. Giving
I don't know about that. He's still outside the ring.
He's hanging on.
Oh my goodness! Right.
Literally hanging on. And both of these men exchanging right hands after right hands.
And something's got to give here, Tommy. They can't punch each other forever.
I don't know, between these two. Ooh. And a nice evasion by Reaver, sending the Basher right on top of the top rope.
And I'll have to admit, it was really clever. He pulled the rope down there, so Basher had further to go and more momentum crashing down on him.
And now trying to beat up on that knee of the Basher.
These two came in with a very similar strategy. Basher wanted to work on Reaver's arm. Reaver wanted to work on Basher's leg. They both wanted to go after a limb. And it looks like the two of them are looking for some sort of submission finish.
I have to say, though, Reaver probably came in expecting to work on Basher's face.
Yeah, absolutely. These two have torn each other apart. They've only been in the ring for, what, 5 minutes? And it's just been brutal the whole time.
Absolutely.
There is no quit in either of these two.
No, they. Oh, and an eye rake from the Basher.
Oh my God.
Looks like he's still reeling, though.
What you did?
And now yelling at our commissioner.
Well, yeah, he put him in a match with a man who's unstable. Look at Reaver.
He's
Pulled him against the. He smashed his, you know.
He's unstable.
His
because
family
Basher
jewels
just,
against the post there. That's not. You don't do that to a man, you know.
You might do it to a man you hate.
I wouldn't. It's vicious and mean and unnecessary.
Right hands delivered by the Basher. And
Yeah, right to those ribs, and he's
Went from the
gonna
stomach to the
wake up.
ribs.
It's gonna be hard to breathe in the morning. Let me tell you that.
If it stays like this, it very well might be hard to breathe for a lot longer than just in the morning.
Look
And
at that,
Reaver
right
fighting
kicks.
back. Kicks after kicks.
You
Basher
know,
down to the mat.
But this is classic Reaver right here. He starts to fight back, and then all of a sudden, you know, he can't keep the momentum going.
And with an armbar.
But then again,
And the crowd's chanting for the Basher to tap.
yeah, well, good luck with that.
He's already done it once before.
Look
Actually,
at
I think
him.
twice.
Where is it? Oh, foot on the ropes.
Foot on the ropes.
Look at that, such a tall man. Almost in the center of the ring, and he can still manage to find his way to the ropes to break the count.
There are natural advantages when you are built much like the Basher is.
Is this what you wanted?
Working on the eyes.
You know, I gotta say, the commissioner, he's supposed to be a person who's, would you say, neutral? You know, he shouldn't really take sides and things like that. He clearly is taking sides with Reaver. All right, Reaver's raking at his eyes. He looks right at the commissioner. This is what you wanted, right? This is what you wanted.
But this wasn't a decision. This match was not a decision by just the commissioner. This was a decision made by the board of directors here at MWO. It wasn't just his opinion.
So what, you're saying the whole board of directors is out to get the
No,
Basher?
I'm saying there was a vote taken, and the vote was for him to have the match with Michael Reaver. That's what I was saying.
that, and he has to be entered first. In the bunkhouse
He had
brawl.
to be punished for his actions. You don't just beat up on refs. They are neutral parties in matches that are here to keep order.
Well,
not
apparently
be beat
commissioners
up.
aren't neutral parties. Look at this. These two have spent more time outside
What
of the
an
ring than they
elbow.
have in it.
Well, as we stated, for them it's a fight.
Absolutely. You'd think after a little bit they'd chill out, cool off and then get back to their roots, which is wrestling.
Think
But
so.
no, these two, bad blood, and it is boiling.
I think it's down to the bone. Bad blood down to the bone. And they're just exchanging right blows after right blows.
They don't care. The referee, you can count all you want, but these two don't give a crap about the count.
Just bouncing off the mat.
They can do more damage outside of the ring than inside of it, and then that's it.
Ref at a count of 8 now. They're about to get disqualified.
9.
And a count of 10.
And look at that.
And both men are counted out. This match is over.
And they don't care. Look at that. Like I said, they probably didn't notice.
No count.
There is no double count out, of course. A double count out here. They've both been outside the ring for 10 seconds. No winner here. Once again, these two have just beat each other to a bloody pulp.
Gee, this feud might just go on forever. I don't think it'll ever be resolved. Because I don't think either of these two care about a wrestling.
Well, let me tell you something. It depends on how it works out, but since we know Basher's going to be at number 1, depending on when Reaver gets in, these two might have nowhere to go but over the top rope.
That's very
It could
true.
resolve itself at the Bunkhouse Brawl.
Which is when, JC?
Of course, that's Sunday, February 22nd. That's at the City Market in Flint. Be there. You're going to love it.
Free admission, by the way, to all comers.
Yeah, who doesn't want to come and see people getting thrown over the top rope and eliminated?
For free.
Who doesn't want to ring the bell?
And Eric Cherry, our referee, is trying to get order
Yeah,
here because
absolutely.
Basher is just nonstop.
You know
this
what?
is shades of what happened at Christmas Clash. Just nonstop beatdown.
Yeah, well, you know what? It goes to show you. Reaver attacked him at the beginning of the match, and now he's, returning the favor.
Come on.
You have to admit, Reaver came in before the bell was even rung. It was a sneak attack. He stabbed him in the back.
Not necessarily, because our commissioner, who is making the match,
Hey, come on!
was trying to give the suggestion of when the match was going to start and who it was going to be, but he kept getting interrupted by Basher. That's Basher's fault.
You know what? He's allowed to come out here and talk. It doesn't mean he has to get beaten up for it. And you know what? It's just desserts here. Basher's just paying him back. Looks like these two are probably even. Now I'm sure the Basher's just going to leave like a gentleman,
Come on.
You're gonna call for the Basher.
Look at that! Michael Reaver punched the commissioner in the face.
What is going on right now? And the Cartiers
are out here.
What is going on? This is absolutely ridiculous.
This match has
chaos
been
in the
over for
mat
quite
right
a
now.
while, and I bet Michael Reaver's wishing he hadn't come out
And it looks like we got
and
another
run his
referee in
mouth.
here
In trouble!
trying to separate this.
You're in trouble! Herd of zebras!
And it's at these times with the Bunkhouse Brawl so close, you have to wonder how long alliances like this last. The Cartiers are out here, they're helping Basher right now, but you have to wonder, in the back of their minds, are they thinking, but am I going to be the one to throw him out of the Bunkhouse Brawl?
Get them
What
out
I
of
gotta be
here!
thinking right now is our Commissioner Hosky okay?
Get them
He's just
outta
got a
here.
vicious right hand from
Well,
them
he's at
both
least
outta
back
here.
on his feet. Look at the Cartiers. Gentlemen that they are, good
Referees have gotta get
people they are.
control.
They came out here, and look at that. It's dissipating now because of these two.
Come on, Come on.
Look at that. Ricky Cartier trying to take him out, trying to be the good friend here. Cool his friend down. It's things like that I can appreciate.
I'll admit, I do appreciate them doing the right thing, trying to get Basher under control, trying to get him out of
Absolutely. That's the only reason that they're even out here.
I'm Tommy Dangerous.
Hey, you don't have to be angry at me. I appreciated everything that you did in that ring.
Is that right?
He attacked you from behind.
You're absolutely right.
It was ridiculous.
So what are you over here spewing?
I know,
What am
right?
I over here
You want me to
spewing?
take this belt right here? Huh?
You absolutely should. He attacked you from behind before
Shut
the
your
match
mouth.
was
Don't
even
you say
started.
them out of here.
And
Get
this
them
man
out
is
of the
defending
Pull
you.
out the face.
This man's over here
These
defending
referees need
you.
to
Get
get
him out of
control.
here.
It is my first day on the job, and I'm getting threatened.
It's my first day on the job too, and he came over here and complimented me. I think it's a problem with you, not with him.
You were fishing at him, saying, "Oh, I love you. You're the best."
I didn't say that. I just said that he was attacked from behind. Absolutely true. I was just pointing out facts. All right, Tommy?
Get him to the back. Help him to the back.
If there's anybody that knows facts, it's the fact dropper over here.
Oh, all right. Look at you. Michael Reaver attacked him from behind. Fact.
That is true. After Basher was interrupting our commissioner trying to call out.
You know,
Michael
the
Reaver
two
for
were
the
talking in the ring. One thing leads to another. I get that it gets heated, okay? That's all I'm saying.
Get that it gets heated. All right.
Help him to the back, guys.
Michael
Help him to the
Reaver
back.
still having some
I'll deal with that
serious
later.
trouble in the ring there. I will say
It
this.
looks like he's getting to
took,
his feet, though.
He took a beating.
He did.
I'll be all right.
And you know what? He's his own worst enemy here. These referees are out here trying to help him, and look at him. He's pushing him around and things like that.
But he's probably just so angry right now. He's just caught up in the moment.
Oh, boy. People who are angry and caught up in the moment. Look at what you just walked yourself into, Tommy. Don't you think that's maybe
at all? I haven't moved from this seat. I'm still sitting down.
Don't you think that's what happened with Basher? Just caught up in the moment, and then all of a sudden he gets attacked from behind. Absolutely fantastic match, but once again, absolutely no resolution here, folks. This is going to continue probably until the bunkhouse brawl, if not further.
It's very possible, and I'll tell you one thing, though. That bunkhouse brawl is going to be quite the matchup. Now knowing that the Basher, Jason Clouse, is going to be in number one.
Number one.
So we're just going to have to see where everybody else lines up.
He's going to fight his way through so many other superstars just to get to the end. But you know what? For a shot at the championship, it's absolutely worth it. At
Absolutely
the biggest event,
the biggest
WrestleRama.
Tell you one thing, that's one place I would love to be in if I was a superstar. That's where I want to be at. And that's where everyone else should be at when it happens.
Absolutely.
On April 12th at Bertrand Expo Center. Don't miss it.
And the thing is, he's the first superstar, but there are so many others, and we just don't know who they are yet. I can't wait to see who's going to announce themselves into the bunkhouse brawl. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. I'm very excited.
I am too. But for right now, let's send it back into the ring to our commissioner, who seems to be doing okay, Hosky.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next match is scheduled for one fall. For your entertainment, please welcome out Jacob Mercury.
Man.
Oh, beside that red firelight. Oh, you gotta let it all hang out. Fat bottom girls, you make the rockin' world go round.
I don't know how I feel about this man singing.
God, music to my ears.
If you can call it music.
When I go to sleep, this is a true story, Tommy. This is as true as it gets. When I go to sleep at night, I take my earbuds, I put them in my ears, and this is what I listen to right here. Woo! Beautiful.
This is
beautiful.
This is a PG show. That is unnecessary.
You know, he's got wrestling tights under that. It's fine.
There's a very provocative action, though.
Well,
And
admit
his
that. Nothing
opponent
wrong with that.
from Pennsylvania, weighing in at 300 pounds, this is Adrian Abel.
Let's go!
Here he is.
I don't hear nobody.
Adrian Abel. Man had himself quite a finish to 2014.
Yes, he did.
It's not every day that you are the winner in a match against the Cartier.
It's very true, especially at a venue such as Christmas Clash.
Absolutely. But he was the one. He got the 1, 2, 3, and you know, very rare to win over the Cartiers like that. He got very lucky, so at least you could say he's lucky in the year of 2014. I wonder if it'll be as good of a start to 2015.
Yeah, we'll have to see if he can keep his momentum going against Jacob Mercury over here.
Who, by the way, has done a phenomenal job in the ring lately.
Here, you can have this. I don't want
Absolutely.
it.
I love this shirt. It smells wonderful.
You are disgusting. So, talking about momentum now, let's talk about the fact that Jacob Mercury actually has no momentum going into 2015 right now with his loss.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's a new year, it's a new day, it's a new event here. And look at that.
He's definitely more of a showman than a wrestler sometimes.
You know, no, it's the fact of the matter is that he's so good. He's so much faster than Adrian.
It looks like Adrian's having nothing of it, though. None of it. He's just going in for a beating into Jacob Mercury. Wow. What a toss. Into a
Fouls it up with a clothesline, and all of a sudden, Jacob Mercury is finding himself in some deep water. We'll see if he can swim.
I don't think a showman of his caliber can swim as well as he needs to against a man like Adrian Abel.
Ooh, look at that, leapfrog.
And into a sidewalk slam.
Tilt-a-whirl side slam. That was beautiful. 1, 2. Jacob Mercury kicking out at 2.
Looked like Adrian showed a little bit of frustration with that.
Yeah,
He thought he had him.
already. It's too early in the match to be showing that kind of frustration, you know?
That's true. Jacob Mercury does have the stamina to keep a match going for quite some time. He can take.
Look at that!
What a beautiful drop
And despite the fact that, well, let's admit it, he's not the biggest man in the back. He really knows his way around the ring. Very clever. And look at that. He has such speed and such agility.
And double knees from when Adrian was standing up in the corner to the chest, and then as he dropped down, he got 2 more knees straight to the face.
Yeah, he's got a lot of momentum when he starts building it up so quick. Look at that 1, the 2, and Adrian just powers out.
Wow. But smart move by Jacob Mercury, staying on him. He's not letting him get back up.
Putting the boots to him, he got 1 to the back, 1 to the knee, and now to his left ankle there. And that's one way to definitely beat a man as big as Adrian. You just make sure he can't stand.
Right, just keep him down, bring him down to his roots and keep him there.
Off the ropes. Look at that, swinging neck breaker.
This Jacob Mercury, I have to say, he is starting off 2015 on the right note so far.
1, 2, and a kick out at 2.
But it's not going to work out with the best for him if he can't get the 1, 2, 3, so.
Off the ropes again. Oh,
double
vicious double stomp right to the sternum there.
Ow. There's no way he could ever thought he would have had Adrian with a lackadaisical cover like that. That is
You know what? He
ridiculous.
was in the middle of a song. I can appreciate that.
In the middle of a song, he started a song to do it. Again, that showmanship.
Music, just,
Bring him.
the music moves him, all right? Without his music, I think he's lost in the middle of the ring.
Don't let him break free from the cold.
It looks like the crowd is singing it to Jacob Mercury.
Absolutely.
He's got more of a fan base than I thought he would. It looks like Adrian's back to his feet. And one straight back down.
Once again, focusing on that left leg. He's now attacked the ankle and the knee of that left leg of Adrian. And
in for the cover. 1, 2. And a kick out at 2.
Not even in position.
look at that, Jacob Mercury pointing out the flaw of the referee. He wasn't really. You're right. He you know, Jacob Mercury's right. He really wasn't in a position to see the shoulders.
No, he was on the other side. I will give him that. So he may not have been able to see perfectly. If he kicked out
what you're saying is Jacob Mercury probably already won this match, really.
No, I'm saying it's possible he could have kicked out between 1 and 2 or 2 and 3, but not after 3.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
That is not ridiculous.
Look at that,
Obviously,
putting the
you
boots
saw
to his
it.
face.
We had the perfect angle from the referee.
And oh my goodness, here we
I
go.
believe I can fly.
And
All
Jacob
the way
Mercury,
up.
all the way to the top.
This is not a man who goes to the second rope. This is a man who goes to the top.
Frog splash. And 1, 2, and a power kick out.
You know, I
at
have
2.
to think a move like that, Adrian kicked out more on instinct than anything else.
Danny Tanner.
God, I have to.
Count to 3.
And Jacob Mercury calling out our referee Danny
Uncle
Tanner
Jesse.
to count to 3 instead of 2.
Uncle Jesse. One more time.
Oh,
here we
caught
go.
the double knees again, and he misses. Adrian sets up.
Oh, flapjack! And my goodness, Jacob Mercury is in some serious
As
trouble.
much height as Mercury got off the top rope, I think he got more from that flapjack.
Yeah, absolutely. He was way up there. And a big scoop slam. Very vicious. Jacob Mercury, once in control of his match, is now in some serious trouble. And a kick out at 2.
He stays in it. He stays in it.
You know, the
Hey,
problem...
Jacob Mercury, why don't you tell Danny Tanner to count to 3 there?
You know, I think the problem right now is that Jacob Mercury is not singing as much as he should be.
That's because he's reeling, because he's getting
And look at this, he's
punished.
caught.
He's fighting
Dropping
back
some
up.
elbows, pushes him
Off
off
the
the
ropes.
ropes.
Up and down for a spine buster.
My God,
And
huge
Adrian in for the
spine
cover.
buster.
1, 2, 3. And that is the end of the match. No one's getting up from a spine buster of that caliber.
That
Your
was vicious.
Your winner, Adrian Abel, over Jacob Mercury.
You know, it wasn't a great year. Not the greatest start to 2015 for Jacob Mercury, but you know what? It was a little bit of momentum nonetheless. He really
did show
controlled a lot of that match.
He showed a great performance. We're just going to have to see if he can carry that into some more W's later on.
Exactly.
But
Adrian
Adrian Abel,
Adrian, it's tough to get the win over him.
look at his loving family man over here. He may be a big guy, but he's like a big teddy bear.
Yeah, a big teddy bear whose spine busters, you know, people in the ring.
That was the most vicious spine buster I've ever seen. That was ridiculous.
I know.
I think it knocked us all the way up on our
It
boot.
knocked the breath out of me.
Could you say it took your breath away?
It took my breath away. I wouldn't say that. I'd let Jacob Mercury sing it for me.
Well, I don't think Jacob Mercury is going to be singing much for at least the rest of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. His vocal cords are probably strange, even though it was beautiful music. And, of course, all the wind is lost out of his chest from that vicious spine buster.
Yeah, the wind's got to be knocked out of him for quite some time. But quite a win by Adrian Abel. Quite a show we've had already so far. And I'll tell you one thing, ladies and gentlemen, we're not done yet.
Absolutely. Next person up is a man who almost won the MWO Heavyweight Championship. We really thought it was going to be his time.
Are you referring to the Black Diamond, Jack Price? Was quite a performance he put on for us back at Christmas Clash.
Absolutely. Let me tell you what, that triple threat match was a clinic. It was beautiful in every single sense of the word, and Jack Price really should have walked away with the MWO Heavyweight Championship. It wasn't his night. Again, 2015, new year, new day. We'll see what he can do in the ring.
Especially with the Bunkhouse Brawl coming up. He enters himself into that. He could immediately get another title shot right at WrestleRama 21.
Absolutely. Let's take it to the ring with Oscar Hosky. See what happens.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is scheduled for one fall. Coming out to the ring first, being accompanied by Mr. Positive. He weighs in today at 190 pounds from Comstock Park. He is known as the Black Diamond. One of the representatives of Positive Promotions. This is Jack Price.
Slow down again!
After a certain point, I get tired of seeing Mr. Positive. He comes out with so many superstars.
Yeah, it just goes to show what caliber of manager he is. This many people want him in their corner, and guess what?
I will agree, he does have a lot of people under his wing, and he is talented by that respect.
Who's the last person who came out with Mr. Positive? Ex-convict. What happened?
Now the #1 contender for the MWO Championship.
Look at that. Jack Price was the #1 contender for the MWO Championship. He probably would have won if it hadn't been a triple threat match. It would have been his one-on-one shot that he deserved.
I don't know about that.
Gray goes and inserts himself into title matches.
You're talking like it would have been easily won for Jack Price.
Look at this man.
Dragon Slayer.
Look at this man. He's a beautiful specimen.
Okay, we got this.
Andre?
That's what I'm thinking.
We got Andre, all right.
Yeah, we did.
Bring Andre out.
Yeah, no problem.
got it.
No problem. We did
Who
this
do we got
before.
coming out?
Ladies and
I have
gentlemen,
no
making
idea.
his return to the MWO.
Laura Phoenix out
From
here.
Chicago,
Always feels great
Illinois,
for Jack Price when that's the case.
265 pounds.
She was out here
Please
last time.
welcome back Rex Havoc.
Rex Havoc.
Wait 1 second.
No! You go flat?
Welcome
Look
back
at
to the
this man.
MWO.
This is a beast of a man, ladies and gentlemen. I have to say, Jack Price, phenomenal wrestler. Rex Havoc is not a wrestler, he's a behemoth of a man.
This turned from a wrestling match into a horror movie.
Absolutely. Look at this, Jack Price doing absolutely what he has to do. He has to get on him. And this match is underway. We got ourselves a referee, and Jack Price is just hammering away at Havoc.
Oh, the spine buster from Havoc. What a reversal. And for Jack Price to think he would have had Rex Havoc reeling for that long, he was horribly mistaken.
And look at this beast of a man.
Oh, and an eye rake from Jack Price. I guess trying to create space any way he can right now.
Absolutely. Jack Price needs to be as quick as he can, and he needs to finish this match before Havoc gets his wits about him, you know? Look at that! So much momentum.
Gotta say, one of the most athletic men I've ever met in my entire life is just Jack Price. Oh, went into the...
Look at that.
Big boot from Havoc.
You had to wonder, does Jack Price even know where he is right now?
I don't think so. Getting sent over the top rope like that was insane.
I barely know where he is. This is chaos right now.
And I'll tell you something. If something like that happens at the Bunkhouse Brawl,
That's it for Jack
That's
Price.
it for Jack Price.
You're
he is no
absolutely
longer
right. He went
even
over
in
the
the
top
match
rope,
to
and
be
that
a
would-
#1 contender.
He went over the top rope, and that would be the end of him in the Bunkhouse Brawl.
And over the top rope, a suplex.
Hooked the leg there for a fisherman's suplex, and he should have gone for the cover there.
I don't think he's done with Jack Price just yet.
Look at that, working on the arm and the leg at the same time. That is a vicious submission move.
Oh,
really rich on the leg. How do you not tap out? He says no. Jack Price, more heart than anybody.
This is ridiculous. There is no way he's going to be able to take this.
He is.
And this is the classic style of Rex Havoc.
And look at this, absolutely. Yeah, you know, for such a big man, you'd think he'd do more power moves, and he's all about power moves, sure, but he's even more about the submissions.
He would be a submission specialist.
Look at that. Jack Price in the middle of the ring and still finds his way to a rope. Lucky Jack Price.
Lucky indeed. And Havoc
only to
keeping Price
stand up to these buzzsaw kicks.
One after another, and Jack Price can't even stand up right now.
Broken down all the way down.
Oh my God!
He got air on that one.
And Havoc in for the cover. One. And a
Look at
kick
that.
out at one.
Jack Price ready to roll here, even though he's put down by quite a bit. He still manages to kick out at a one. He's still got a lot of fight left in him.
You know, there's a lot of talk about when wrestlers go away for a while about ring rust and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Rex Havoc showing none of that.
None
Not
whatsoever.
A little bit. It's like he never left. What a kick right to Jack Price's face, and Price is down again.
And the crowd surprisingly in the corner of Jack Price. And look at that, locking those legs in a different submission hold. This man has so many unique submission holds, you'd be hard-pressed to find names for all of them.
What is going on? Mr. Positive, get your hands out of there. This is not a match you are involved in.
Mr. Positive out here to encourage the current
and
superstar.
try to pull him to the ropes.
He wasn't anywhere near Jack Price trying to pull him to
What
the
is he
ropes.
doing right now? What is he on the? What is he?
I don't know,
He's
let's
tapping. Jack Price is tapping right now. Jack Price is tapping. What is the ref doing? Come on.
You must be from Lake Orion. You're just as stupid as wrestling. You're stupid. Oh, shut up.
Havoc can keep this in just a little bit longer.
He
Jack Price
wasn't,
might
you know,
tap again.
Jack Price wasn't tapping. I was just about to say he was.
What do
just,
you mean?
Look at that. Gets to the ropes.
Finally grabs
just,
the rope
no,
after he taps.
He was just
after he taps.
He was just trying to get himself worked up. You know how the audience claps for their favorite superstars to get them warmed up?
No,
That's
that
what
is a
Jack Price
tap.
did for
That was a
himself.
tap out.
And then he crawled his way to the ropes after he got himself psyched up for it. Look at that, elbows, and Jack Price finally taking control of this match.
In with a nice elbow, and Havoc is on the mat. Looks like after a little bit of questionable actions, Jack Price is in control right now.
He's, you know, he slapped his hand against the mat, got himself worked up, and now look at him in firm control. Oh, you want to talk about that? Look at that.
Look at what?
Laura Phoenix trying to grab his.
Oh!
1 second. And look at that, right in the middle of the ring, nowhere to go. What is he gonna do?
I gotta say, that was quite a spectacular move by Jack Price, but Havoc not having any of it and just immediately reversing
Look
into
at
a nice
that,
submission
Jack
hold.
Price manages to get his feet on the rope. Once again.
There's only so many times he's gonna be able to make it to the ropes.
Yeah, he definitely has to start watching
He's
out for
taking
those submission
so
holds.
much punishment, so much of this match, so many submission holds. There's only so much a human body can take, whether
It's
you're
a
Jack
wonder
Price
that
or
he can
not.
still stand. Takes a right to the stomach.
And a right to the
And
head.
another to the face, yep.
And another one. Havoc just non-stop. A nice elbow, dropping
I
Price.
have to say, Jack Price is in serious trouble. You know, he's normally the person who dictates the pace of the match and has complete control.
But
And right
not
now,
today.
another leg lock. And yeah, today it has been all Havoc.
What did I tell you?
Rex Havoc came in and he had a game plan for Jack
Yes,
Price.
he did. He wanted to make Jack Price the star of a horror movie, and that's exactly what he's doing.
Absolutely. Where's Jack Price going to go? You know, I keep saying he's in the middle of the ring, but not exactly in the middle of the ring, truthfully. He's pretty close to the ropes most time, but right now he legitimately has nowhere to go.
It looks like he's
Wait a
reversing
second,
it over.
reverse! And he's got his own submission hold locked in.
It looks like Havoc's stuck right now, but he is close to the ropes.
Look at that. Jack Price really cinching it in now.
Ow.
Standing
God,
up.
that looks like it hurts. Looks
Trying
just
to
as
stand
vicious
up,
as what
right into
Havoc.
a sharpshooter.
Jesus.
And he's wrenching on that leg.
He's wrenching hard.
I wonder how the submission expert likes it now. Look at that.
But there's
Look
only
at his
so
hand
much.
flailing.
And he grabs the
I'm
ropes.
pretty sure his hand was flailing and he was tapping right there before he grabbed the ropes.
I'm pretty sure he wasn't. I'm pretty sure he was obviously just trying to grab for the ropes.
Man, his hand having to slap the mat a bunch of times.
Only grabbing for the rope. Didn't slap the mat. Like
That's what Jack Price was doing earlier.
No,
you
it
know,
was.
He
He
psyched himself up,
didn't even have
grabbed
his
the
hand
rope.
extended when he was tapping. A nice move by Jack Price.
Jack Price has to watch himself, though. Those legs, I don't know how much they can take. And look at him, still going to the top.
And a headbutt. In for the cover.
And a kick out at two.
Oh, man, I thought he was over right there.
Absolutely.
Looked like Havoc was had.
That was 3. That was 3. That was 3.
Look at that. The audience showing displeasure. They think it was a 3 count.
I'll tell you one thing. Eric Cherry is a veteran referee in there. He knows what he's doing.
And wow, once again, he cinches in that headlock. And it has just been submission after submission. I don't know if you count a headlock as a submission per se.
I'll take it.
But absolutely, right? And he's got him right there in the middle of the ring. And what is he gonna do?
I have to say, going into this match, I did not expect it to be as much of a mat working match as it is, but it's been brilliant. It just shows the variety that both of these wrestlers can
Absolutely, they're not
distinguish.
one-trick ponies. They know what they're doing. And look at him, really pulling up on that.
Oh, you're getting up. Oh, snap.
It looks like Rex Havoc's starting to get up a little bit, though.
You know, this late.
And just
drops him
drops
down.
him right back.
This late in the match. I mean, how much stamina do you have left, Tommy?
It can't be much.
A headlock like that really tears off. And wait 1 second, he's calling for it. He steps through.
And he's in
No.
for the kill prey.
There it is.
And he's
It's
got it
locked
locked in. There's
Price
nowhere
has
for
nowhere
Price to go.
right now. Don't
Even
worry.
if he could grab the ropes, he's not even close to one right
Jack
now.
Price has held off this long. Let's see if he can continue to hold off.
He's taking so much damage as is, though. And what is Mr. Positive doing? And this match is
Mr.
over.
Positive.
Mr. Positive getting involved with a lead pipe, it looks like. This is ridiculous.
Wow.
And it looks like he hit Laura Phoenix. She's on the ground right now. This is ridiculous. Come on.
And now Jack Price having that tire iron.
These cheaters out here.
Cheater.
What do you mean?
Cheater.
Big cheater.
You know, I don't know what
This is
you're
ridiculous.
complaining
And now
about.
the match is over. What reason is there for that? What reason?
I don't know what you're complaining about. Havoc won the fight, right? I mean, he won the match.
By disqualification, yes.
He won the match. What are you complaining about? Your favorite guy won the match.
And your favorite guy's a cheater.
Yeah, you know, it's not about cheating. It's about the idea of victory, okay? He didn't necessarily win the match, but he's going to win the war. All right, he's here to prove
What is he doing with those bungee cords? This is ridiculous. Get this man out of there.
Look at that. He looks like he's tying up Havoc.
No. This is not professional in any way. If Jack Price is ever expected to be taken seriously in a wrestling ring, this is not a street fight.
I'll admit, you know, it's not conventional, but Jack Price, I think, lost his temper, okay? He came out here to win a match, have a quick, easy match tonight, and all of a sudden he has to come back to a returning Havoc. It's ridiculous. He wasn't expecting this, and he lost his temper. That's all it is.
This is more than losing your temper. This is way further than losing your temper.
I'm not saying it's right or that it's justified. I'm just saying it's
No,
what
you
he's
can't
doing,
say
all right?
it's right or justified because it is not even close to either.
Look at that. He just lost his temper, and it's just, you know, it's what happens.
We need to get these men out of this ring. We've got to get control of this. This is ridiculous. I cannot believe what I'm seeing right now.
Jack Price.
I've seen Jack Price do some dirty things in my day.
Yeah, well, you want to talk about a man who's a winner? Look at that. That's a winner. Standing up in the middle of the ring.
What do
That's
you mean?
a winner right there.
What do you mean that's a winner? I'm pretty sure you just said Havoc was the winner.
He lost the match, but that's a winner. A man who wins. He's winning personified.
No, he's cheating personified. Personified by Mr. Positive.
Yeah. That was positive.
And the crowd clearly showing their displeasure by saying that's not positive. Because you know what? It's not. That is not how anybody should be performing in an MWO ring.
You know what?
This is not what we try to
I
present as
admitted
our
that it
product.
wasn't necessarily right. I'm just telling you that's the way it is sometimes. Sometimes you lose your temper. You know, these people are wrestlers.
I've lost my temper before on you. That doesn't mean I'm going to beat you up and tie you up to the ropes.
Not yet.
With a lead pipe.
Not yet. You haven't done it yet.
You know what? I'm not going to. Never. Ever. Ever.
See what happens.
Ever.
You know what? Jack Price is just doing what he's got to do. He really, you know, you can say whatever you want. You have to admit this. He sent a statement tonight.
You definitely got a point with that, Jason. A statement was
I don't
made.
think anybody wants to come out here and mess with the Black Diamond. No one's going to take him lightly either.
But then again, nobody's still going to mess with Rex Havoc. I mean, on a healthy day, it looks like Rex Havoc definitely could have had Jack
It
Price.
did look like he had him. He had the kill frame locked right in the middle of the ring. Price had nowhere to go. And of course, what a genius submission. That submission was so good because you can't move. There's no way to wiggle move. Your legs are tied up, one of your arms is tied up, there's no way. And the thing is that Havoc is such a big man, what are you going to do, drag him?
There's no way. There's no way, no matter how strong you are.
The camera's on. Give him a good side. Okay, it's all a good side. Let's get the good side, baby. Hey! It's a positive thing. Shut up.
Wow, that was a match for the ages, all right? Havoc, we thought that he had it won. He had the submission locked in. Jack Price seems like he had a trick or two up
I
his
would say
sleeve.
I more than thought he had it won. I was for sure he had it
Well,
won.
you know what?
Until there was, you know, interference
Hey,
by Mr. President.
Jack Price didn't tap out on that final thing, so
He didn't tap out on the final one, but he tapped out earlier in
you
the
know
match.
what? We'll never know. All right, we'll never know. Maybe they'll have a rematch, and then maybe we'll see what happens there. But for now, who's to say? Who's to say who wins?
I can say that.
You know, it was a
I can say
disqualification.
that Rex Havoc won via disqualification in the books.
Yeah,
win.
via disqualification. You know, you could call it whatever you'd like. But for now, let's go back to Jesse Brown, and let's hear what he has to say today.
Thanks, guys. Please welcome my guest at this time, one half of the tag team champions and the challenger in tonight's main event, Pure Fury Jeff Clouse.
Jesse.
How's it going?
Good.
PF, you have a huge opportunity in facing Thee Cody Leedy for his TV championship tonight. How do you feel?
For 420 days, Jesse, Cody Leedy has had a stranglehold on the television championship division. That ends tonight. I, too, am a former television champion. Back in the day, I ran this division. Cody Leedy will not be tolerated. Positive Promotions will not be tolerated. And I'm going to do everybody a big favor tonight and take that title and take one step closer to ending Positive Promotions.
Definitely a strong statement from one half of the tag team champions, Pure Fury Jeff Clouse.
Absolutely. You know, it takes a man to look at the champion right in his eyes and say, you've held the title for over 400 days, and I'm going to be the man to take it from you. But Jeff Clouse could be that man.
He very well could. A man with 20 years experience
Absolutely.
in this business. I definitely would put my money on Jeff Clouse to be the man to take down Thee Cody Leedy.
And that is going to be a fantastic main event, but we're not quite there yet, folks. Right now, Fat Tony's about to get in the ring, and let me tell you something. Him and Ricky have been having problems for a long time, and he's really been angry. Fat Tony has been angry lately.
It's very true. Angry, I think, actually might be an understatement.
Absolutely.
On it. We saw a Christmas Clash. He physically pushed down his brother Ricky.
Absolutely. So
we saw so much dissension, and then even this evening, so far, they've come out to the ring together multiple times, but it's still...
Absolutely, you're right. And so you have to wonder what's going to happen between those two, but even more importantly, who's the unlucky sucker that gets in the ring with that guy? Because let me tell you what.
I would not want to be on the other side of the ring for Fat Tony Cartier.
I think it's about time we find out, huh?
Let's send it over to the ring with
Oscar
Hosky.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, this is a special 2-on-1 handicap match. Coming out to the ring first, hailing from the other side of the tracks, weighing in at 450 pounds, this is Fat Tony Cartier.
And exactly what I was talking about. Look at him. He is angry right now. He's not out here to play games. You know, normally
he's obviously not out here with Ricky.
Yeah. Normally him and Ricky, you know, they're all about the fun and games. They like to come out here and talk about how they're in their caddies and things like that. He's all business
And his
right
opponents. First, coming out to the ring, weighing 150 pounds, hailing from New York, New York, he is our resident superhero. This is the Blue Marvel.
As angry as Fat Tony might be, I don't think it's going to be such a pushover of Blue Marvel. Man, it's very talented in the ring. He's a high flyer. Definitely someone that has the speed advantage. Fat Tony.
You know what? Normally, you'd be right.
And
normally, I
his
would
partner,
even say, anytime someone's
weighing
in a
in at
handicap match, it's a
168
disadvantage.
pounds, from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, he is known as the Package, Andrew Steele.
Normally, a handicap match like this, you have to go against the man who's like. Right now, Tony's so angry that even though he's against two excellent opponents, I can't wonder that he's not just going to run through them. And the audience seems to agree.
You know what? I do have to say, I have to agree, no matter how talented the Package and Blue Marvel are, as angry as Fat Tony is, and given the fact that I feel like Blue Marvel and the Package are about not even the same weight as
Absolutely,
Fat Tony.
yeah, those two combined. Oh, look at him. See what I'm saying? I've never seen him this angry, this much about business. And we have ourselves a match, folks. And Tony already just annihilating. Both men in the ring at the same time.
It doesn't even matter.
Yeah, and he doesn't seem to care.
Looks like Blue Marvel's trying to do something, getting some kicks into the legs, bring the big man down to his roots.
And here we go, finally working as a team, these two. A little unorthodox.
Setting Fat Tony off the ropes and boom, down! Wow!
Runs through him like a Cadillac. Wow! Like a freight train is Fat Tony Cartier.
This demeanor that Fat Tony has is just scary.
And you have to wonder, is this a new thing? You know, is it new year, new tights, new attitude, new Tony? You know, you'd think that losing Ricky would be a serious problem. Those two are in each other's corners, but if he's going to be this vicious, maybe it's a good thing.
This vicious, this dominant, I don't know anybody that could stop him.
Absolutely. A man this big, this bent on revenge, and look at this, the Blue Marvel can do nothing.
He's trying, but...
He goes for a jawbreaker, and look at that. Fat Tony doesn't give a crap.
Doesn't.
That was gross.
Oh,
there we go.
in with a
jawbreaker. It
jawbreaker.
actually works.
And the Package back in the ring,
Andrew Steele
trying to take advantage.
To work on him.
Setting up, and what a boot right
he
to the
just runs
face.
into a boot.
It's
besides 15 boot of Fat Tony Cartier.
That backfired.
Setting
All the way
him
up and
one
all the way
suplex.
down.
And it's like, no matter how much momentum either of these men can get against Fat Tony, it just takes one move by Fat Tony.
Absolutely,
Given his
exactly.
size, given his strength.
Another jawbreaker. And these two are just trying
And
to
what's
find a
Blue
way
Marvel
to
doing? Up
keep
on the
him
top
down.
rope. And a drop kick from the
Drop
top
kick,
rope.
Look at that, down he comes.
And in for the cover.
A one. And just a one count.
Both men trying in for the cover too. They're both hooking that leg.
And look at that, Fat Tony kicked out like it was one single man.
And up to his feet even before the other two competitors were. Fat Tony with a splash. And
runs right into Andrew Steele, and my goodness.
Oh, and just
look at
throwing
this.
Blue Marvel on
This
top
is
of Steele
not
in the
good.
corner.
He's
got to be setting up for something bad here.
Please
no.
don't, Tony.
No.
Tony.
He's going to kill these men. And a cannonball into the corner on top of both of them.
This is serious trouble.
This is bad. This is just carnage right now.
Tony just killed you.
And look at him. Does not care. Absolutely no problem with the fact that he just annihilated two men.
I'm pretty sure he just crushed every bone in their body. This is absurd. This match has got to get called. I'm sorry, even if it is a handicap match.
Look at this Tony taking his time. You know, he could have easily won.
I think he's out here to prove a point, though. Just to get out some anger, get out some aggression. And I think that's what's the scariest part about all this.
The package trying to fight back.
Oh,
wow,
my Lord.
That's almost 400 pounds of boot coming at you.
Oh, Fat
he
Tony
goes.
setting him up. Got him in a fireman's carry. And Blue Marvel. And he's
Wow,
on
he's
top
got a
as well.
bull.
Fat Tony's got a bull. And a Samoan drop on
A double
both of them.
Samoan drop. That is
In for the cover. And that was just punishment.
You know, it's
Punishment.
very rare that you see a squash match happen in a handicap match where the solo competitor is the squasher. But he just came out, he proved the statement, and if I was Ricky Cartier, I would get on Fat Tony's good side in a hurry.
Yeah, ASAP. You have no joke about that. Jesus, there was no kidding around, no fun and games. That was all serious business.
You know, I had to say, even though these two are great competitors, I don't think there's ever a point in that match where they were in complete control. They might have had him down for a second, but Fat Tony Cartier ruled that match from start to finish. And, you know, I feel bad for these two. They didn't have beef with Tony or anything. They were just in his way. And I feel bad for anybody who is in his way in the future.
Yeah, that ruthless aggression that he showed this evening
absolutely
makes me really scared for
Yeah,
whoever is going to be in his way in 2015.
If Fat Tony enters that contest, I have to think he's maybe my favorite to win, especially with this new vicious side that he has.
I know, seriously. If he enters in the 2015 Bunkhouse Brawl, which is Sunday, February 22nd at City Market in Flint for free admission, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, you will see a show that you will not believe.
Absolutely. And remember, the night before that, it's on TV right here in Lake Orion. All right, and that's of course our live show, and you have to come see that first. Tensions are going to be high. It's going to be right before the Bunkhouse Brawl. You really got to see what happens, okay? The tensions are going to be at an all-time high, and you're really going to want to know who's going in with the advantages and things like that.
And who ends up, and you got to find out who comes out on top at the Bunkhouse Brawl, because we are on the road to WrestleRama 21.
That's right, 85 days.
85 days from today.
Absolutely, that's Sunday, April 12th. And for the very first time ever, we're in Birch Run Expo Center.
Birch Run, you got to come out.
Huge venue.
It's going to be a show for the ages. I guarantee not a single person will be displeased.
And you want to talk about momentum going into a pay-per-view, something like that. Let's talk about Pure Fury Jeff Clouse and Thee Cody Leedy. Someone's going to win or retain the TV title tonight, and that's going to be a heck of a lot of momentum going into the new year.
That's going to be a heck of a lot of momentum for anybody going into any type of matchup coming up. And let me tell you something. Even though John Campbell did not win his #1 contenders match tonight, if Pure Fury Jeff Clouse can get the win on the TV for the TV title tonight, that'll definitely show some dominance for that tag team still.
Absolutely. I can wait no longer.
Let's bring it to the ring with Oscar Hosky.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for your main event of the evening. Woo! Please welcome out to the ring first. He is the challenger for tonight's television title match, weighing in 185 pounds, from Goodrich, Michigan. He is known as Pure Fury Jeff Clouse.
Ladies and gentlemen, one half of the tag team champions right now, Pure Fury. Man with 20 years experience.
I was going to say, you alluded to it earlier, his 20 years experience is going to serve him well in this championship match.
Yeah, I sure hope that
he walks in with one belt. Is he going to walk out with two?
We'll see.
And his opponent, he is your current television title holder, being accompanied by Mr. Positive of Positive Promotions, hailing from a better neighborhood than yours, and weighing in today at a weight that makes him look that much better than you. He is Thee Cody Leedy.
Look at that. There's a man with a championship, and he looks good with it.
I gotta say, a man who can retain as long as he has, it's impressive. He's definitely a competitor. He's definitely a champion.
And you know what? Look at him. He's focused. He's determined. He looks like he's here to fight.
But I have to say, there's no way he has to expect that this is going to be an easy run.
Absolutely.
I hope he knows he's in for a challenge. Mr. Positive arguing with audience tonight.
You know what? It's a good thing that he's in Cody Leedy's corner because he's been doing wonders for people tonight.
It is true. He's ended up on top for every match he's been in, unfortunately.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Jack Price may not have won, but he certainly walked out.
He walked out. He walked out. As much as I don't want to agree with you, it's true.
Main event! Main event! Main event! Main event! Main event! Main event! Main event!
Cody Leedy!
And ladies and gentlemen, our main event is underway.
Cody Leedy!
Mispronunciation!
Well, at least the bell is wrong.
You're saying it wrong!
It depends on whether or not Cody's gonna, get off the audience's back.
As per usual, Cody Leedy is getting a little frustrated by the audience early on. But you know what? Maybe that's the type of energy that he needs. You hold a title for that long, you're doing something right.
It's true, and I mean, the crowd's been against him the entire time. And Jeff Clouse,
Jeff Clouse from behind, it's ridiculous.
We already ran with it. It looks like Jeff Clouse is just giving some punishment to Cody Leedy. Just kick after kick after kick in complete control right now.
Look at that, another vicious right hand.
And Cody against the ropes, against the turnbuckle. He's had nothing this match so far.
One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Jeff Clouse has got to be careful. If he gets
he
himself...
almost took the entire 5 count right there, and he would have gotten himself disqualified. You can't win a championship that way.
Ooh, and a flipping neck breaker.
And he only manages the 2 count, but it's pretty early on to squeeze a 2 count out of your champion like that.
It's true, but he's had complete dominance since the match has begun.
Absolutely, Cody should really watch himself. And look at these two fighting for control. And a backslide, and he's got him. Wow, Cody Leedy manages to get out. And once again, rolling him up.
1, 2, and another kick out. Jeff Clouse is not playing around. He is going in for the pin. He is going for the win. He wants that title.
Absolutely, he's gone in for several roll-ups now. And look at this Cody Leedy. Cody Leedy, excuse me. These fans, they get into my head. It's so upsetting. Cody Leedy.
Yeah, you better be careful with that.
Veteran that he is. Veteran that he is. Smart as he is. He gets himself to the ropes, buys himself a little time. The first attempt didn't go very well with Jeff Clouse. Let's go for a second one. See what happens.
I don't know. I don't think this reset's doing him a whole lot of good right now.
Cody Leedy really needs to watch himself. Jeff Clouse is giving him no time to breathe. He really needs to stop showboating.
Yeah, they were definitely not just words handed out earlier tonight when Jeff Clouse said, I am taking that title.
He is here to win a title. You're absolutely right. And he manages an 8 count before he gets himself back in the ring there.
He's got to be careful. Being the champion, Cody Leedy, he has that championship advantage, champion's advantage. If anybody, either competitor...
And look at that. Cody Leedy, hand on the rope.
If either man gets counted out or disqualified, the champion retains.
Absolutely. Jeff Clouse has to be very careful of that sort of stuff.
Oh, the headbutt. Oh, my God. It's a...
Yeah, that is vicious. No one's calling him Cody Leedy right now.
But they might have to start calling him that after something like that. He might be a Cody
Yeah, that
Leedy.
was vicious. And Cody Leedy has mounted no offense, none whatsoever.
No, not a single bit. If he's got to get some momentum.
Yeah,
going.
he really needs to start thinking of some new ideas, some new strategies if he wants to walk out with his title.
I don't think he was prepared for Clouse at all.
Headlock takedown, and he manages a 2 count, but he is just wearing the champion down. you know, Cody Leedy, like I said, you don't hold on to a title for that long.
Oh, and he reverses it.
Ooh, that was close. You don't hold on to a title for that long for nothing. It's not all luck. And look at it one more time. But he really needs to get himself out of this rut that he's in right now.
That's true. I don't think I've ever seen him this bad off in a match.
Absolutely. He manages to get the ropes. And look at this. Jeff Clouse has to break that hold. And once again,
looks like
Cody
Cody's
Leedy,
going for another breather outside the ring.
Yep, trying to find a little time to breathe. You know, and you can say whatever you want, good guy, bad guy, whatever. Jeff Clouse did attack him when he was relaxing on top of the ropes, and it was a bad start to the match.
Yeah, when he was relaxing on the ropes after the bell had rung, after the match had started.
Yeah.
So that was Cody Leedy's fault.
I'm just saying the respectable
he's
thing
gonna
to
be-
do is to shake hands and go into the bout, you know. And he didn't
The
do that.
respectable thing would have done for Cody Leedy to not just sit there and taunt Jeff Clouse
You know,
at the start of the match.
All I'm saying is that the match didn't have a very good start. No wonder why Cody Leedy is reeling right now.
All I'm saying is the match had a great start with Jeff Clouse taking control right away to the audacious and cocky manner that Cody Leedy had been giving out.
All right, now these two are on even footing. Now we'll see what happens, you know? Oh, see, and once again, a smack to the face. Nice jawbreaker.
Jawbreaker. And
Cody Leedy is reeling.
He's wobbly. He's going
Oh,
down.
and
but
he still manages to stay on his
I cannot believe he's still on his feet.
Is he a girl?
Boot to the stomach.
Disregard your gender roles, good son.
And he takes him over to the corner. And once again, he's really been bashing at the head of Cody Leedy.
I don't even think Cody Leedy's going to be conscious at the end of this match,
No,
whether or not he
absolutely.
wins or not.
You know, the ref should back him up and make sure that Cody Leedy doesn't have a concussion. There's no reason he should have to defend his championship from a
Whoa,
concussion.
whoa, whoa, Mr. Positive,
And
you
look
need
at that,
to get
Jeff
out of
Clouse,
here.
you know,
Wear skirts. Real men wear skirts.
the thing with Jeff Clouse is you have to be careful. Once you get that old, you do tend to trip and things like that. Your depth perception isn't so good.
What are you
And
talking about?
well, he just fell down in the middle of the ring there for no reason.
Yeah, he didn't fall down for no reason. He intentionally got tripped by Mr. Positive. Again, getting involved in matches. Again, being out here.
No, Jeff Clouse just kind of fell down. I don't know, it was weird. I hope he didn't break his hip.
You need to open your. What do you mean break his hip?
Well, you know, old people when they fall, they tend to break their hips. I'm
He's
hoping.
not that old.
I just want to make sure that he's okay. How long has he been in the ring? Look at this.
Wow.
And get ready, classic Cody Leedy here.
Bridging
Bridge
it.
it. And really putting some pressure on that neck.
Hold on that, I have to say.
Where's Jeff Clouse going to go now? You know, that's the thing with a championship match, or any match really, but when the championship's on the line, it doesn't matter how much you get beat down. All it takes is one move, one pin. You either pin or submit your opponent, and it doesn't matter if they annihilated you the whole time. And that's what makes Cody Leedy such a special champion. You know, that he hasn't necessarily dominated every single match, but he's always the one who comes out with the win, and that's the only thing that matters, Tommy.
That is true. That is true. Yeah, you could dominate an entire match, but if you cannot pull out a 3 count,
that's the end, right?
It doesn't matter. It
And
doesn't matter.
Cody Leedy, he's a master of this sort of thing.
He
You know,
is.
He's a master of using that championship's advantage to his advantage.
Right. He is a ring veteran. He is a champion veteran.
Yep, absolutely.
He's been the champion for so long, I don't even know if there was another one.
Yeah, exactly. It's been that long. And look at this, Jeff Clouse.
Finally getting out of it.
But how much damage was done there? You have to wonder.
Probably just as much damage as Jeff Clouse
Look
did
at
earlier
this.
in the match. And into a fireman's carry. Oh my!
Drops him right on his face, and that has got to be
In
the
for
end.
the cover.
We have a new
1, 2.
champion. And wait 1 second. Wait a second. I think.
What is?
Oh,
Two
it's a
count?
2 count.
That was only a 2 count.
Look
Mr.
at-
Positive getting involved again.
Absolutely. I think that
This
would
is
have been a
ridiculous.
3 count, but Mr. Positive.
Orville needs to get control and get Positive out of here. Get him out of here.
You know, all that really matters is this match is still underway. There was not a 3 count. Yeah, Mr. Positive, you know, may have gotten involved, but you know what? That's part of a manager's job, is to come out here and help his talent.
Jeff Clouse with right hand.
Still trying to fight back, and look at these two hammering at each other. Into the corner. And once again, Cody Leedy having some serious trouble.
Oh my
right
God!
into the
And
ref.
Jeff Clouse into the ref. And Mr. Positive getting involved now.
Yeah, the ref, you know, the ref is knocked out. Whatever happens here, happens here.
This is absolutely out of control at this moment. I don't think there's so many things that have been out of control right now.
And wait a second.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I gotta say at this point, both men have gone against the rules a little bit.
Absolutely.
But
As much as he has.
Mr. Positive is getting a little ridiculous, just continuously kicking Jeff Clouse on the ground.
And you know what? The referee's down. Whatever happens, happens.
That's
you know?
true. I mean, there's nothing we
If
can
Jeff
do, but we
Clouse
need
had
to
any
get another
friends,
rep out here.
if Jeff Clouse had any friends, maybe they'd come out and help him, you know, but he doesn't. So it's a good thing that Cody Leedy has Mr. Positive. You want to talk about how much you dislike Mr. Positive all the, you know, the whole show. Look how much he's helped. That's why he's out here. It's his job to come out here and help
I'm not
his
saying
talent.
he hasn't helped his talent, but I'm also saying he was cheating when he was helping his talent.
Well, you know what? The referee didn't call it if it was blatant cheating.
That's because the referee's knocked out.
And wait a second, he's going for it again.
Looks like
Looking
he's setting
for it
him up.
again.
And Cody Leedy fighting back. Pushes Clouse over.
And look at this, Cody Leedy.
And the referee
picking him
getting
up.
back to his feet a little bit. Oh my!
Once again, you want to talk about cheating? It's ridiculous how often they cheated.
What are you talking about? The
It's the
ref
second time. It's the second time. And wait
Oh,
a second.
another one.
Another one. This is the end. And wait
And what
a
is
second.
Basher
the Basher's
doing out
out
here?
here.
2. And the Basher getting involved.
And
we have a disqualification.
And the Basher's out here. And
And
wait 1 second.
Campbell's
Here comes
out
John
here now.
Campbell. And this is broken out into all out
It's a brawl
insanity.
right now. Could this be a preview of what we'll see at the Bunkhouse Brawl?
Oh my goodness!
Oh,
All these superstars in the ring now. Everybody has beef with somebody out there. And oh my goodness! Absolute chaos erupted in the ring right now.
This is something I can't even. I cannot even see it. There's but Cody Leedy does retain the television title.
Absolutely, you know.
And that we know for sure. What we don't know for sure is how many of these men are going to be.
And look at this, John Campbell clearing the ring with the help of Reaver, while his partner lies on the ground there, and he's managing to get to his feet.
We also got Basher, both Cartiers, Cody Leedy, and Mr. Positive.
Looks
on the
like
outside of the ring.
looks like Ricky and Tony have maybe reconciled a little bit of differences being out here right now, huh?
I don't know. Maybe they were just caught up in the moment. We'll see what happens.
Bunkhouse Brawl. Basher with the Cartiers taking on the Furious Gentleman and the real deal Michael Reaver.
Wait 1 second, we have ourselves an awesome event for next time.
At the Bunkhouse Brawl, we're going to have a 6-man tag match. The Cartiers and Jason, the Basher Clouse, against the Furious Gentleman, John
Russ, get them to the back.
Campbell,
No, get them
Jeff
to the back, Russ.
and Michael Reaver. Dropping bombs left and right, our commissioner. Oh,
And look at this, Basher's just baiting him right now.
It's coming right now. You're done. Just bring it in. You're done.
Look at this, everybody is ready to fight right now.
This is definitely shades of what definitely could happen in the Bunkhouse Brawl, but we know for sure it's going to happen at the Bunkhouse Brawl in a 6-man tag match.
That is going to be crazy.
It's going to be out of control.
MWO!
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why our fans, the audience, love
You know, the real story here, other than the fact that the 6-man tag team match is going to be a fantastic event at the Bunkhouse Brawl, is that Jeff Clouse sadly did not walk out with the TV championship, which means Cody Leedy retains again. And who knows how long he's gonna have a death grip on that title.
I don't know if a single man will ever take him down.
Put this camera on me right now. Basher, Cartiers, this ain't over by a long shot. We'll see you at Bunkhouse Brawl.
And you heard it from our commissioner as well as the gentleman, John Campbell. We're going to have a 6-man tag match at Bunkhouse Brawl.
And that is course, Sunday, February
Sunday,
22nd.
February 22nd.
At the City Market and Flip. But the day before that,
you can always check us out here in Lake Orion on ONTV for another Showdown Live.
That's the 21st, and of course, it's all on the road to WrestleRama.
WrestleRama, and don't forget, it's going to be April 12th at Birch Run Expo Center. It's going to be a different venue than what we're used to over at Flint, so make sure to make your way out there, and don't forget to check us next time. And if you have any other questions and want to see more updates on what's going to be happening, you can always visit us at MWOonline.net for various updates until our next show, after results, even if you want to check out the matches that we've already had this evening.
Absolutely. I'm JC Christian.
And I'm Tommy Danger Z, and we'll see you next time on Showdown Live.
MWO.